What's up, everybody? Welcome to Daddy's Game Time, your friendly show about games, movies, and pop culture for young parents. I'm your host, Leo, and as always, I'm accompanied by
Rick
and
Francisco.
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Hey, things look a little different today, don't they?
Totally.
Yeah. So,
Rick.
would you like to explain to us, Rick, what this new contraption is?
A CEO and owner of the studio.
Self-proclaimed.
Daddy Game Time Studios.
I own full rights. So I was telling these guys, we got to change this up a little bit. You gotta be more real. We gotta keep it real. So my idea was that we kind of look at each other, like eyes to eyes, so we can have real feelings.
Real talk.
Rick just wants to show off his eyes. He has hazel eyes.
Yeah, totally looking at them, showing off to the camera.
He's gonna be hogging it like.
No, I think it makes it feel more like
More spontaneous.
What's up, dudes? We're just talking here. What's going on,
like
guys?
we're eating a pizza, you know?
Yeah, white pizza.
Yeah.
Phrases.
Pure cheese pizza.
Want one?
No, I'm good.
How old are those things, dude? How long eat one?
Like a month?
If you put one in your mouth, I might consider it.
Put it in your mouth.
Tin, 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 tin. I kill you guys on the spot. Yeah, man.
Fine.
So what's going on? What'd you guys do this week?
Man, I went swimming. I went to the beach, and then I went to the beach again. And
then again?
today they closed the beach because there was a great white sighting, great white shark,
Sharknado.
and
That would be awesome if you see it. Just a random the natural cyclone actually going
Okay,
up that picks
so
up a shark.
everybody keeps talking about Sharknado. All right, part 3 just showed up. I think it was last week they premiered it. I'm like, okay, I want to see what the big fuss is about. I'm like, everybody keeps saying it's so bad it's good kind of thing, right? I'm like, all right, well let's check it out. I watched it for 40 minutes, 45. It's
The
painful.
third one or
The third one. It's dubbed Hell No, and that was my sentiment, especially. There's a scene. Spoilers. Who cares? There's a scene.
who cares? Don't watch it.
Yeah, don't watch it.
The
Save yourself
cyclone goes
the
away.
time. Yeah,
Eventually.
they're at a roller coaster. Okay, they're at a roller coaster. Sharknado happens. And I guess the director tells the dude, it's like, all right, you're in the roller coaster, a shark is gonna land on you and it's gonna be eating you as you're in the roller coaster. So you see the guy on the roller coaster going acting, pretending there's a
Just like
shark
that.
on him, but it's not even a rubber shark. It's not even like a prop. It's like it's digital. They're like it's like
just
superimposed. Yeah,
It's a sticker,
It looks so bad that it's almost to the point where this is the dude and this is the shark, and you can see the shark on top of him, and you can kind of see his arm on the back, behind the shark. Cause it's so bad, dude. I'm like, oh no.
80s movie superimposed kind of?
Yes, it's so bad. The shark didn't even look.
Did they
real.
do it purposely or was it
I
just
don't know.
extremely
I
low
don't even
budget?
think they care. I think they're they have a following. Let's just give them what they want.
You know why you didn't like it? Because you didn't watch part 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
To know what was going on.
Or you didn't read the comics.
There's a comic?
Yeah, 'cause you didn't catch all the Easter eggs, dude. That's why, dude. I'm telling you.
Easter eggs.
This is what I love telling people.
Shark eggs.
Check out the comic, and then you'll understand what the movie's about.
I keep telling you that, and you don't care.
I know that. I'm just messing around.
But that
No,
would be
dude,
kinda
but yeah, the same hype was around the first movie, and I was like, all right, this so bad it's
I
good.
don't-
Kind of Remember Pootie Tang was one of those movies so bad it's good.
I never seen that.
Kung
movie was
Pao,
awesome.
you remember Kung Pao? That was so bad it was good. It was hilarious.
No, but those were...
But
I don't
then
know,
this
there's,
movie,
There's bad on different levels.
yeah, that was true. But well, this one I figured okay, all right, I'll give it a shot. No, it was so bad it was bad. It was bad. It was just bad. I had to fast forward. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward to the shark part.
to the good part, and then it was over.
And yeah, it was over. It's okay, well, there's a shark. Oh, that was lame. Okay, there's a shark. Oh, no, that was lame. There's a shark. No, that was lame still. So it's just kind of man. This movie
Now,
was
something
lame.
really cool is the death of Superman Lives. Holy crap! If you haven't seen that, go freaking see that.
You guys gotta talk to me about this because I still don't know what you're.
There's no
talking about.
spoilers, so we'll just like we could tell
Yeah,
you
'cause
whatever
who
it is
cares?
about the movie.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
documentary. It's a movie about this. It's a movie about a movie that was supposed to be made about the death of Superman, directed by Tim Burton and Nicolas Cage as Superman.
Right, I remember that.
And-
You remember that, right?
I remember
Yeah,
that part,
98.
And
That's
it
when-
was
yeah.
supposed to come out. Well, it was supposed to get done in '98, come out either '99 or 2000. So at the time, you know, we had this whole thing with Batman was just ruined for everybody. So
Batman and Robin.
yeah,
Val
Or-
Kilmer.
No, George Clooney.
Oh,
George Clooney, the extra.
See,
Batman.
George Clooney is a good Bruce Wayne. He has the look,
Yeah,
but the movie was so bad.
the movie
Holy crap.
he just Joel Schumacher kind of. I don't know what happened. If it was his fault, because the first Batman Forever was okay. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was starting to go
passable.
downhill.
It was passable.
But-
yeah.
All right,
But it was-
sidetrack. Back. Go back.
Yeah, and well, anyway, but that's kind of like sets up like the whole feeling of the era. At you know, it sums up what was going on back
Comic book movies.
in 1998. You know, where the only comic book movie that was really decent was just that one, just Batman, and they had just ruined it. The executives, because they weren't comic book people. They were just
Movie makers.
just if you can even say that, like they were terrible. Like they wanted, well, for the first script writer they got was Kevin Smith, and they got Kevin Smith, you know, from Chasing Amy, Mallrats,
The bearded
Clerks.
guy, Cap.
yeah,
Silent Bob.
yeah,
Jinx.
And I read that script, dude, and it's freaking amazing.
yeah. He was like a fan of comics,
He's a
fan of
comic- he's a
Superman,
comic book
and
fan.
he was like, "Screw it, I'm gonna make my dream, you know, movie here," and. He presented it, and immediately the guy
Rejected.
that was producing it was like,
This guy is dude.
Well,
He's
he
a
gave him-
fruitcake.
he gave him-
I dubbed them the fruitcake. Because holy crap.
he didn't know anything about Superman. He's like,
He was a
I don't want the
hairdresser.
guy. I don't want the guy to fly. I don't want
The
He didn't want Superman to fly. He didn't want.
Like one of his best powers.
Yeah, he wanted him to fight a giant spider.
In the third act. Like
In
he
the
was
third
very
act.
adamant about that.
And I forgot what the third
He
requisite was.
didn't want the suit. He didn't want the fruity
Oh yeah, he wanted
whatever.
something different.
Yeah.
Different suit.
Not just the emblem, the full suit.
No,
like-
that was
like the whole thing
that was according to his choice of words, it was
Oh, he
a
used
homosexual tendencies suit.
Yeah.
But you know, with the more
So did this guy have some kind of background or
No.
side story that
He-
he was trying to
he
aim
married
towards?
Barbara Streisand. He was a hairdresser. He was her hairdresser, and you know, Hollywood story, whatever. Like they
He
met.
had produced,
yeah.
I think, a few movies by that point.
Yes, but the thing is that okay, like nowadays, the one thing we want Fox is to lose the rights to the X-Men. So you can have them for so long. If you don't make a movie for so long,
You lose 'em.
You lose them. But they have alerts like, oh, you're about to lose the rights. Better make a movie, and they make a movie.
Hence the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back then they did not have those alerts. The internet did not exist. They didn't have the computer like, oh, you're about to lose the rights, and Warner Brothers lost their rights to Superman. This guy, the producer, knew. It's like I don't even know how he found out. Like, oh, you guys are losing Superman, so he bought them.
He had a post-it note.
Yeah.
Just,
He bought the rights to Superman and goes to Warner Brothers like, by the by, you lost Superman, but here it is. And Warner Brothers like, holy crap, dude, thank you. You know, and I guess because they feel obligated, it's like, we have to make a movie. You're in charge. You're the producer. And he's like, all right. He got Tim Burton and Nicolas Cage. And they were excited because Nicolas Cage loves Superman. He even named his son Kal-El, which is Superman's Kryptonian name. And of course, everybody were excited. And what happens, Leo?
And pretty much, he got the gist of the story of Superman being an alien, pretty much from another planet. So he took that and ran with it. He tried to run with it too far. Like, you know how Superman's presented to us more in a human way, you know, as we know him from the comics and now from the movies that have come out throughout the years, like the Christopher Reeves one and now the newer one.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
he looks like a human, but from a different planet.
But he wanted to go all out with like a spaceship, and his suit
Little
looked like
body.
an alien suit.
With a robot
He was-
android thing.
Yeah, they were gonna have a scene where he was like this little body thing with a huge head, like an alien kind of, and
Transforms into his suit.
transforms into like what we know as like a more normal-ish human.
Was he trying to go for like his powers came from his suit kind of thing?
Yeah, because there's a point where, okay, back then, the biggest thing was that Superman died. It was the death and return of Superman. It was like a big comic book event. And I remember it. I wanted to buy the comics, but they were too expensive. I didn't have a job. I was a
Really?
teenager.
Oh man, I remember seeing the comics
Yeah.
and thinking like, oh, they're making a big deal of it. Let me see, and I would actually grabbed a few of the comics and just like,
I read it. I'm done.
Yeah, well,
I was like,
basically what
they're
happened...
$2. I'm not gonna buy it.
$2.
I read the whole thing already. I'm not gonna.
Basically, what had happened is that this entity known as Doomsday, it's an alien that comes and fights Superman. They fight for like a month straight, non-stop. Finally, they give up. Superman beats him, but he dies as well. And they
Isn't
say
it Darkseid?
No, it's Doomsday. That's another one. That's another character. But basically, they got DNA from Superman and made 4 different Supermen. It was a Man of Steel. Chuck made that movie.
Shaquille.
No, it was bad. And then the other one was the Eradicator, which was basically kind of like he needed radioactive energy to be able to function. There was a Superboy, which was a teenager. And then the other one was the Cyborg, which was, half machine Terminator Superman, basically. And out of those 4, no one knew what their real intentions were. They were pretending all to be good, but one of them was bad, and you had to read the whole story. Anyway, he comes back at the end, Superman. He gets revived, whatever, and that was this movie was gonna be about. And that suit basically is what brought him back to life. After his fight with Doomsday, the suit was gonna be
repairing him. Or
yeah,
putting him
exactly.
back together.
And it's so weird because it has a whole bunch of lights and everything, kind of like they wanted him to look organic.
To be honest
looks
with you,
cool.
it looks really cool. It just doesn't look like Superman, but it looks really cool.
That actually sounds like a good story. Non-Superman related, like just
Yeah, like something else.
Some alien.
Yeah,
Make it
some
some
alien
alien
dude.
story. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, at the end, this guy spent way too much money on props, on like suits, whatever locations
R&D for it.
of Tim Burton, of course, Nick Cage.
Didn't they say they spent like $9 million
A
on
lot of money.
R&D only?
Yeah, just to prepare for the movie. And when they finally were ready to start,
filming.
Warner Bros. Was like, hell no, dude.
Yeah, they said that the budget had reached over $300 million.
Yeah, and he hadn't even started
if
filming.
they were to film scene by scene what was in the script, and so then they said, okay, we'll go back and see. The problem was that Warner Brothers at the time had.
So they were willing to accept the story. It was just the fact that they were seeing too much money.
and it was gonna be one weird movie.
No, and you know what? And the story, as crazy as it was, from the gist I got from it, it seemed like it was gonna have a lot of cool action scenes.
Yeah.
It looked like it was gonna be like a knockdown, drag out fight,
the fact
thing
that,
after thing.
that
Even though it was really zany and not Superman like.
The fact that it wasn't even gonna really be Superman. What's his name? Kevin
Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Well, he got scrapped right after Tim Burton
almost
got
immediately.
When he got the director, whatever, he read the script. Like, this is too comic booky. Hell no. They call a writer to rewrite the script, and they scrap every single comic book reference there ever was on it.
So it was totally just a movie invented.
So they
right there
redid
on the
that,
spot, kind of.
and then after that, they redid it again.
Yeah,
They
it was
fired
3
that guy,
times.
and they got another guy to do it. And this other guy put his own spin into it, and pretty much that's what they were gonna go for. But then he had to kind of cut out a lot of the stuff he had made to fit the budget. Because at the end, I think they told him, that the budget was gonna be like 150
A lot
million.
of money, a lot of money.
They had to cut it down from 300 million to 150 million. So they're gonna have to.
I do remember. I don't remember all of that, but I do remember the whole Nick Cage Superman.
And everybody was like, the internet didn't exist, but the internet was angry, is what Kevin Smith said on the behind the scenes. You know, it's like, because it's Nicolas Cage.
You know
he
what
called
though?
his kid Kal-El
I'm a big fan of Tim Burton. I love his movies. Most people hate
It's
it, but
overrated now. I mean,
I really like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie.
I thought it was good.
I like that one. I like Mars Attacks. That's another movie he's hated
He
for.
did that one?
Yeah.
Really?
I really like
I
Mars
love that
Attacks.
movie.
That movie's awesome.
You don't like it?
Rick has just said he loves a movie. We never hear that from him.
Yeah, that's true.
You're just not listening.
But that movie's cool. I'm trying to think, like, recently he's been sticking more to producing movies than anything. I
No,
think
he did Frankenweenie. He did.
he produced that one.
He actually did it.
Well,
Well,
that's years
basically,
ago still.
Yeah, and that movie was awesome too.
no, but he did the first live action Frankenweenie in the 80s. That was all him, and then they did the claymation one recently. I mean, basically, he's like, all right, he gave it to someone else, but it was basically his child anyway.
It was his movie all the way, no doubt about it. Then there was Big
Every
Eyes.
movie he
Have you
does
seen-
is with Johnny Depp, though. You know, like he's doing the barber,
They're buddies.
whatever.
They're bros.
Well, have you seen Big Eyes? I think, and then I'll check in a little bit, but I think he produced that movie as well, and it seemed like it was kind of weird.
Yeah, he's got some kind of weird,
It was totally not his style though.
weird
Big
twisted
Eyes.
ideas, but
He's like a goth type of style guy.
Yeah, so but he wanted to do Superman just because it was so different, and he wanted to prove everybody that he could do a more lighter movie, not as dark. But I think the whole reason why they gave him that movie was because
To
they
make
wanted
him dark.
They wanted Superman to be more realistic, like what he had done with Superman.
And then they got what's his name, Bryan Singer, and he did Superman Returns, which, as we know, it's basically the continuation of the Christopher Reeves movies. The Christopher Reeve did part 3 and part 4, and the studio wants those movies to like never have existed.
3 and 4.
Yeah, like Superman 3 and Superman 4. Christopher Reeves.
But he only did those two.
No, he did 1 through 4,
Okay.
but the studio did
like
not
if those
acknowledge
didn't-
3 and
okay,
4.
gotcha,
So basically, Superman Returns was a direct sequel to part 2. And that's why they got this guy, Brandon Routh, which looks just like Christopher Reeves in his younger age.
Yeah.
Big Eyes was directed and produced by Tim Burton. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a weird movie, but it's still enjoyable to watch.
Is it as weird as being John Malkovich?
No, that's like that's like bat crack crazy, man. that movie's too crazy.
Back crack. Back crack.
Yeah.
Bad crap.
Yeah.
New shirt, guys. Bad crap with little wings.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
It's all white.
The little stench like symbols.
Oh, dude, cool.
Yeah, but imagine if they would have gotten Tim Burton for these new Batmans coming out, the whole dark little spin.
You know what?
that it does.
It wouldn't happen.
No.
Like, they would have stuck with that, because I'm pretty sure that movie would have done good. Because everybody wanted a Superman movie for so long. Tim Burton just did Batman. Everybody loved them. It would have done good. And they would have made more movies based on that story, I'm sure. And who knows? It would have been like their Batman Begins.
At the very end of the film, of the documentary, they asked him like if he still wants to make the movie, and he said like, yeah, I'm gonna be a 90-year-old man, and I'm still gonna be asking to make Superman, and so
It ain't happening anymore.
I don't think it's happening. But if people out there like demand it, like they demanded Sharknado 3,
I don't think people want that movie anymore. It's just because they have
They got
cable
this
now.
new
No,
Superman.
they have a new one, but what I'm saying is if they make like if they start doing like alternate universe like Superman,
Perhaps
that's a
The
possibility.
Invincible
like
Superman.
it could work if they go that route. And in the Flash, this is another thing, because the Flash was actually introduced to be appearing in the new DC universe. And it's funny because we were talking about Suicide Squad last week, and this is really cool. Exactly, freaking whatever.
You gotta meme that
Harley
up.
Quinn.
You gotta meme that up.
No, but we missed this scene in the Batman versus Superman trailer where like there's a scene at LexCorp, I believe. There's like a big old tank of water, and you hear pounding on the tank, and everybody was assuming, oh, that's Aquaman. It's gotta be Aquaman. You know, he's being held prisoner. Suicide Squad, Amanda Waller, who was in charge of the Suicide Squad, tells this other general, colonel guy, whatever, like, oh, yeah, I have this special team, and these are my trophies. And one of the trophy pieces is the trident, Aquaman's trident. And so we're assuming that Aquaman is probably gonna be a prisoner of Amanda Waller. He's probably going to be working for the Suicide Squad, and maybe somehow Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman may rescue him. So you have this new cinematic universe, kind of like Marvel, and they've already announced all these movies to like 2020.
They're opening doors to kind of give possibilities.
Yeah,
of what
but everybody was asking, what about The Flash? The Flash is a great TV show. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's freaking enjoyable. It's really good, and and the guy that plays the Flash, he's spot on. And
he is the same guy as the one that came out on Arrow.
Yes,
okay,
he's the same one. And see, they already did a crossover on TV, but for some reason they don't want him on the movies. And they're saying it's like, you already have a Flash that's been watched. Everybody watches him. They love the character. Yeah. You should put him in the movie like Marvel does with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., etc. But apparently there was a scene in one of the Flash episodes where like they're opening up the possibility to alternate dimensions, alternate Earths, you know, like Earth 2 or 3, whatever. And there's a scene where you see the hat with the little wings, and that's one of the alternate Flashes. I can't remember his name, but he wears the hat with the little wings.
Lightning bolt thing.
Yeah. And they're saying, hey, maybe the Flash that we announced for the movies could be like the alternate dimension from the TV.
See, that's a cool way to work it in.
Yes, that's how you like put the movies in the movie.
Yes, it is, but it's kind of like a cheap shot of saying like, oh, this is why we're not going to use them. Now we opened up the possibility of this is the actor.
Well, you got to take into account, it is a cheap
way to do it. It's a cop out.
A cop out, but at the same time, it's better than not explaining it.
No, yeah, it is, but I think it hurts. It takes away a lot of that, like, personal aspect. Like, you got used to that character.
But yeah, it makes you feel like oh, I watched all this now for nothing. There's not gonna be a payoff, you know? Like it kind of gives you
makes
that.
It lose some of its value, I guess. I don't know,
but at the same time, it's like I think about X-Men. X-Men did it, but they did it with time traveling. And X-Men did it, and it was awesome.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that was kind of a cop out, but they kind of fixed it. They kind of got the old actors with the new ones, and they kind of like, oh, this is how it connects. Kind of thing.
And yeah, they in a way they rewrote what the future is gonna look like. Which I think they should do with the Back to the Future films. I saw Back to the Future again.
Don't touch them.
No, you have to.
No,
you absolutely have to touch this movie, and I'll tell you why. Because they go to 2015.
So what?
And there's flying cars.
Yeah.
And there's hoverboards. And in reality, there's none of that.
That's the 80s future, though.
That takes you out of it.
I understand that.
So they have to make a movie.
But the doc clearly explained that the future that they're in was the tangent of when they changed that thing in the past.
That's true. They already explained it. See? We don't need to touch it.
We don't have it was because Marty went back and screwed it up.
Good job, Rick. Don't touch those movies, Leo. Stay away from them.
But siding on Leo's side here. On part 2, when he goes to the future and he sees his own kid and he looks exactly like him, it could be him continuing the whole series kind of thing. His kid's now doing all the Back to the Future stuff.
Could be.
And Doc is still crazy.
I was just looking at it and thinking like, oh man, they should go make a new trilogy.
But it doesn't have to be
new
a
actors
trilogy,
and go back and maybe change something in 1985 that changes 2015.
Have you seen the remake of Robocop?
Oh yeah,
have you seen that?
That was I didn't really like it.
Dude, it sucks.
Yeah. Dude, I love that movie.
They don't have to remake.
Really good
I'm not saying remake. I'm saying maybe continue the story or at least another movie to just kind of what happened afterwards.
They asked them, what will it take to do another part, like Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox, and they're like, we will do it, but it would have to be a lot of money. So basically they're saying, and it's not that they
don't want to make a cheap thing. They want it to look good and feel good.
Yeah. That's like a way of saying like I don't want to do it, but if you're going to, it's gonna have to be a lot of money.
It's gonna kickstart it going.
And it will make sense too because now they're older, so they can be playing on the future, you know?
Yeah.
So
No, man, going back to Robocop, that was the best action film of 2014.
I enjoyed it.
The action was good.
I enjoyed it, but I didn't
that's what
think it
Robocop was all about.
No.
It's not as good as the first one.
I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah, it's not as good as the first one. I'm not saying that, but
Did they have that on there? On the new one?
I think they
Anything
did,
like that,
yeah.
like an advertisement?
I'll buy that for $1.
he mentions it. They do a throwback to it, like when
I don't
when they're
recall.
going through one of
What
the
really?
segments where he's training, and the bad guy. Is
Oh,
like,
I think I remember what you're talking about.
you can't buy that for $1
Yeah, yeah,
or
I
something
remember
like that.
The thing that really killed it for me is why did they have to save his left human hand? Or was it left or right?
It was a big deal with that. Like somehow like they messed up, but they corrected it later because it wasn't the right arm or something or other.
I don't know. No, I'm
But
just
yeah,
saying
you just have like the hand, and then they
in the movie.
because they want to make him human. You know,
His face was the only human part that was left in the original,
And the hand.
and I was cool with that. But why did I mean, just thinking about it. I mean, if he's a robot and he's going all out.
Wait, are you talking about the story in general or just the 2014 film?
the film itself?
Wait,
Why
which
did they-
one?
The
the
newest
new
one.
one.
Because the
newest
new one, he keeps, I think it's his right
I
arm.
don't care what hand it is.
He keeps his
He
arm.
kept a flesh hand.
In the original movie, he kept his own arm too. You got to go back and see it.
Really?
Yeah, brother.
But he has his own human hand on that one too.
Well, I don't that I really honestly don't remember, but I just know
that's how he aims without the
suit-
computer.
Haven't you ever noticed in if you look at a picture of him, one shoulder is like slightly taller than the other shoulder, and that's because it's his robot shoulder.
Well, okay, maybe the way that they could have corrected it, at least to me, was cover it up. If he's got a human hand underneath, he's got a glove, a robotic glove or something, okay. Like the original one, you couldn't
but not
see.
just have it out.
Yeah, because the flaw would be his face is exposed, right? When his helmet comes, this part's exposed. If he gets shot there, it's gonna blast it off.
Correct
right?
me if I'm wrong, but wasn't part of the stipulation of him entering that cyborg program that he get to keep as much of his body as possible?
Well, but that's what I'm saying.
that's-
So
I
they
think that's why
kept
they
that,
did
to
that.
keep it like a human, right? But the hand, it's like they could just chop it right off, or if he tries to punch something.
But then they couldn't have made him because that would have broken the.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't have to include that. They didn't have to put that in there. It could have just been all robotic, or at least covered up with the glove. And you just see this. This.
Yeah, but that movie was cool. All right, well, that's been your Shark, Superman, and Robocop talk for the week. Guys, if you like our show, please like, comment, and subscribe. And you can find us on www.daddysgametime.com and also on Twitter
At Daddy's Game Time.
and on Facebook.
Facebook.com/Daddy'sGameTime.
Tell them about the merch.
Oh yeah, these sweet shirts, you can get them at daddysgametime.com/merchandise. We have various styles, different colors. It doesn't have to be this black one. You can get the same design on a blue, on a red, etc. Same with that.
Getting tired here, guys. Yeah.
So, like, share, all that stuff. Comment if you like this
If
little
you like the
format
setup,
here.
let us know.
Yeah,
If not,
let
we'll
us
go
know.
back to the same old.
Yeah, let us know, guys. Yeah. So
Here to please.
I'm your host, Leo, along with
Rick.
and
Francisco.
goodbye. Enjoy your games and love your families.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.